Coach, can you, Coach, what was your general thoughts on today's game? Obviously, you didn't get off to a great start, but your kids hung in there and got it turned around.
Yeah, I thought we did a better job in the second half of paying attention to the scouting report and doing the things that we do well. We've kind of stepped away from that, so we just had a little meeting about what we need to do to continue to grow and move forward. And what we were doing early in the season, we've stepped away from. However, our defense in the second half gave us some life. We gave up 16 points um, versus the 29 that we gave in the first half. They do a good job of making it hard, how they run, how they defend, and they made the game ugly in a good way, and I thought we didn't match their toughness in the first half. So I was proud that we were able to match their toughness and get back to what we do at San Diego State.
Go ahead. If you have, okay. No, I want everybody to, you do have one question, but go ahead.
Okay. Coach, this is Steve Phillips. Just a general question. You kind of touched on it there about how they kind of made the game ugly in a good way. You play with, is this kind of the game you expected and how you handled it in the second half, even though you missed the offense was always a struggle somewhat. Is this kind of what you had in mind though for how to play this?
We did, yes. We knew this is how they've been playing, and again, they've had a lot of success with their pressure defense, and they get downhill, they drive the ball, and they get to the basket, and they get fouled. And I thought in the first half we were fouling way too much and not keeping them out of the paint. That was a game plan. But yes, we did understand that it was going to be that type of game, and I thought, like we said, I thought we pivoted and came out in the third quarter and were able to get stops and get out and run a little bit. We weren't getting as many stops, so we couldn't get out and run a transition, and that's where we are at our best.
Had one follow up to that also. Even though the shooting percentage may not be what you wanted, it seemed like the shots in a lot of cases were good shots. Do you think it's just a matter of time they start falling for you again? This is for the players. Can you chime in on this too, if you'd like?
Yeah, I feel like everybody has rough days. Last game was our rough game, but bouncing back, we shot a better percentage, I'm guessing, than last game. So just the coaches always say, "Remember, like a goldfish." So moving on.
You got to explain why I say that.
They just forget. So we just got to move on and take on the next game and do what we do best. So.
Mm-hmm. I agree with everything Bailey said.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the offense, and we got to get back to playing together. So we're going to watch film and get back before we even start on Penn State, because I think for us it's better to fix what's going on with us before we can focus on anybody else. We talked a lot about the non-conference, how it's preparing us for conference play, and we've taken a step back in our offensive execution. So we're going to go back and watch that and get better.
Kennedy, what kinds of things do you guys players say to each other during a first half when things aren't going well? I mean, I know the coaches are talking to you guys, but when you're out on the floor together, how do you guys keep your confidence and the ball's not going in the hoop for you?
We have a lot of one-on-ones, and also in moments of like timeouts or when there's like a foul call, free throws or whatever, we take the time to come together as a group and like take a minute, take a breather, talk to each other, encourage one another, and be like, hey, we know what the game plan is. We're not executing in the manner that we should be right now. We got to figure it out. And so we try really hard not to down someone and be like, well, this is what you need to do, and point fingers, because that doesn't benefit the team or that player specifically in any way. And so just being able to lean on each other and support each other.
Coach, how much did you want to get a technical foul and run out on the floor and hug Alyssa Jackson for finally making a 3-point shot? After last game, I thought it was like, oh no.
Yeah, we haven't been shooting the three well, but that's kind of who we are. So we got to find a way to get some points in the paint, points in transition, and that was a good thing. But yeah, I might have to rethink this philosophy. We're not shooting at a great percentage, but again, they're shots that were going in practice. They were shots that were going in warm-ups. This is a very good 3-point shooting team, so we just need to settle in continue to get in better shape so we can make those shots at a high rate. But we've shown that we can do it, so we're still going to stick with it, but we got to get that 3-point percentage up.